For this problem, we're given a table here that has the quantity demanded and then the quantity supplied for a given price, and this is for some hairpins. And it's asking you to find the linear equation that gives price as a function of the quantity demanded, and then a second function that gives price as a function of quantity supplied, and then it wants you to find market equilibrium. So this problem came from an Ask My Instructor. So you'll see there's some answers already filled in. I'm going to walk you through where these come from here. What you want to do first, it asks you to find the price as a function of the quantity demanded. So we're going to look at the first two columns in this table. We're going to enter them into the calculator, and I've actually already done that. So I'm going to hit Stat and then hit Enter to go to Edit. So it gives you price as a function of the quantity demanded. The quantity demanded is going to be your X values. Your X values are always what go in list 1. So the quantity demanded values are what I have put into list 1, and then the price, those are going to be my Y values, and that's what I have in list 2. To find this function that models this, I'm going to press Stat, and then I'm going to go over to Calc, and I want to find a linear model because that's what it asks me for. So I'm going to choose number 4. The calculator pre-populates that the X values are in list 1 and the Y values are in list 2. So I just need to go down to Calculate, and here it gives me the equation. Y equals negative 1/2 or negative 0.5x plus 146. So in terms of price and quantity, it's P is equal to negative 1/2 Q plus 146. So that's where that first equation comes from. The second equation wants price as a function of quantity supplied. So for this one, I'm going to go into the table. So I'm going to hit Stat and then Enter. And I'm going to edit my X values. So that's list 1. So now I'm looking at quantity supplied. So I'm going to replace list 1 with this third column that I'm given. So I'm going to do 0, 100, 200, etc. And then I'm going to repeat the process. So I'm going to hit Stat. And I'm going to go over to Calc. And again, I want a linear model, so it's going to be choice number 4. Everything is pre-populated. I can just go down to Calculate. So I have Y equals 1/10 X plus 20. So again, in terms of price and quantity, P is 1/10 Q plus 20. So there are my two models. Now, part C says, what is the market equilibrium price? Keep in mind, just keep it in the back of your mind that price is the Y value. So when we look at this on the graph, I'm going to be focusing in on the Y value. To find it, I'm going to go ahead and graph these two lines. So I'm going to go in my calculator to Y equals, and I'm going to enter in the first one. So it's negative 1/2. I'm just writing it as a decimal here. X plus 146. My second one is 1/10 X plus 20. So in the calculator, instead of the P's and Q's, we're back to our Y's and X's. So I'm going to graph the two of these and find that point of intersection. Now, before I graph these, I want to set my window. So X is going to represent the quantity. So if you look, when we're talking about the quantity, we have values that go as high as 800, okay? So I'm going to set my X min at 0 because you're not going to go below 0 demanded. And I'm going to set my X max all the way up at 800. The Y's represent the price. So you can see the price goes from 20 to 100. I'll start at 0 and I'll go up to 100. You could set your Y min at 20. I've just gone ahead and gone from 0 to 100. Now when I hit graph, here's my point of intersection. This is what I'm looking for. To find that point of intersection, I'm going to hit second trace. That takes me to the calculate menu. And I'm going to choose number 5 because I want to find the point of intersection. Let me get my cursor. Oops, wrong direction. Eventually we'll get to where I want to be. There we go. Okay. So in case you don't have a color calculator, so mine you can see it's looking for the first curve or the first line. It's got everything in blue. It's telling me it's on the blue line. But if your calculator is not in color, that cursor is going to help you. So you want to hit enter. Then it'll prompt you for the second line. Hit enter again. And then it's going to ask you for a guess. Once you hit enter that third time, it's going to give you the point of intersection. So again, X is the number demanded or supplied. In the case of market equilibrium, this is where the supply and the demand are equal to one another. So it's 210. In this case, 210,000. Y is the price. So the market equilibrium price is $41. And I hope that helps.